Hi, my people. You already know I'm Letta. And if this is your first time, subscribe so you can get to know me. I'm sitting here and I'm talking about anxiety and some of the things, some of the ways that we can conquer this. Okay? So, if you don't want to have negativity and anxiety or even social anxiety in your life, you are going to have to accept that people are going to evaluate you. They are going to evaluate you. They are going to misrepresent you because that's just something that people do. It's just something that occurs. It's like a knee-jerk reaction that you actually do. A lot of people suffer from depression, also suffer from anxiety control. Social anxiety is one of the symptoms that we have from depression. It's like you're trying to go through the motion of realizing that people are going to evaluate you, and they're going to do this in a negative way as a knee-jerk reaction and not even know it. And it's there to protect themselves. They have to caution on the side of error. You do this as well, of a form to protect yourself. It's like getting insurance. You may not never use it, and I hope that you don't, but it's the only way to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it to protect yourself. You have to look at the fact that something is going to happen. It's a possibility that things could go wrong. And if so, you have that protection for yourself. There is no way to protect yourself unless you look at it just like that. You have to look at it as though something is going to happen. Something can go wrong in your life. So it's there to be able to protect you from those things. So accepting the fact that people are going to evaluate you in a negative way, that it's like a natural thing that people do. We all do. Let's talk about personality disorder and what comes to that. How do you get over it? How do we deal with it? How do we deal with having the anxiety, having the negative thoughts? How do we deal with that? Everybody goes through it, rich or poor, big or small, skinny or fat,
Power of knowledge.
Young or old. We all share the same thing. And it's something that we all have to go through. It's just something that's a natural thing that when you have mental illness, you have to go through. And the thing is that, you have to be doing something to be able to feel great. You can't just hope that things is going to be going well, or you can't think that everything is just going to jump out of bed and everything is going to be the way that you want it. It's like, to feel great or to be grateful for something, it's very hard to be able to muster that up inside of you, to be grateful for something. Sometimes when you're going through depression or anxiety, it's very hard to be able to muster that up inside. We can always get up in the morning and say, I'm thankful to be alive. I'm thankful to be able to have clothes. I'm thankful to have a roof over my head. You know, I'm thankful for my mate. I'm thankful for my children. You know, those are the common things that we all can say that we're grateful for if somebody was to ask us. It's very quick, a snap of a finger. You know, I'm grateful to be alive. You know, I'm grateful to have food. I'm grateful to have clothes on my back. I'm grateful to have a car. You know, those are all the natural things, the common things that we all say because that's the first thing that comes to our mind. But as my brother said, my little brother, yes, my little brother said it, and he said it very well. He said that the thing is that when you have the ability to be grateful, to think, and to be able to think and then solve the problem, it's magic. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's the big thing. We can be grateful for all of these things, but to have the ability to think and then to think about your problems and then figure out how to solve it is a whole different thing. You know, it's like when he said that, that made a lot of rational sense to me. Because we can be thankful for a lot of things. We can be grateful, you know, for a lot of things. But to be grateful, to be able to think, to have the ability to think, to have, you see what I'm saying? The ability to think about our problems. You know, he said that's how he's able to do it. That he's able to think about his problems and then find a solution. It's magic. That's magic, you guys. I mean, how wonderful is that? To be able to conquer your problems and then try to fix those things. Wow. And it can be through a lot of things. It can be through meds. It can be through therapy. It can be going to the gym. It can be finding some type of activities and things to be able to conquer that. Now, you know, once you have the ability to think about it, to think about your problems, you can find all those other ways to fix them, to find a solution to fix it. You get what I'm saying? But the ability to think is magic. So just think about that for a second. Just think about that for a little second. That you have the ability to think and then to figure out the problems. You know, working out, you know, just finding all different types of activities and things that you can do that you can be grateful for. And you can put yourself out there out of your comfort zone, pushing yourself out there, little bit by little, pushing yourself out there. To you know, to be thankful to have an imagination, because imagination is so cool. To be able to have that imagination, to be able to say, you know what, my mind, I have the ability to think. I have the ability to be able to have my own imagination of what I can do to help solve my problems. All have that. We all have that skill to have an imagination, to be able to think what we want. It's all in our minds. It's all in our minds. And we can use that imagination to work for us. You can use that imagination to work for you. You have to use it for your benefit and not against you. Getting out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your comfort zone is what's going to help. It's what's going to help you to be able to fix the solution of what it is that you're going through. And if once once you recognize that everyone has the same thought process when it comes to evaluating each other, we all possess that. It's for our protection. It's for us to be able to be protected against what ifs, to caution ourselves. But sometimes it gets in our way and it works against us. For me, someone can say, such and such is getting ready to call you. And I already to put in my mind that quick that conversation is going to go the wrong way. Okay? Yeah. That's what I be thinking in my head, that everything is going to go wrong in that conversation. So I use my protection. I use that protection for me. But because I have not figured out how to deal with the fact of the judgment, it works against me. And that's the reason why I'm still dealing with my anxiety, because I really have not accepted the fact that judgment is going to happen to me. But I have that protection, and I use it to a certain degree. I use it when I feel like I'm about to be judged, but then it works against me because I have not accepted it. You get what I'm saying? I have that protection, I use that protection, but it works against me because I have not fully accepted the fact that this is what people do. This is what everyone do. It's our insurance. You get what I'm saying? It's our insurance, our protection that we get, but we might not use, but we have the possibility to be able to use it if we need it. So that right there is magic, you guys. And once you figure that out, once you accept it, then a lot of things can change, for you, for us. Accepting that people are going to evaluate you. They are going to misrepresent you right off the bat. And that's something that we have to deal with. And we have to acknowledge that, and we have to accept it in order for us to be able to move forward and have a healthy life without medication, if that needs be. You know what I'm saying? If it needs be. But in the meantime, accepting it, taking that acknowledgement, having that insurance, putting ourselves out there, out of our comfort zone, pushing ourselves, then that would do the trick. So you guys, I hope that you subscribe. I hope that you like, share this video. And if you want to see more, go to the next video, because I am going to be sharing much more information about mental illness and ways that we can all try to conquer this together as a one unit, as a whole of helping each other.